Hey guys, welcome to class, the Ascension Transformation. And today we're going to go over the elements. Okay, so we're looking at, we have 4 elements, but today we're going to discuss the fire element. The fire element is, such a powerful element for us to be able to utilize. And so just kind of go over like the fire itself. The alchemy part of the fire, the symbol for fire is a triangle. Okay, just an empty triangle, that means fire. The direction is south. So those things have a lot to do with it. If you're trying to maybe do a spell or ritual, or you want something to occur, it's always good to make sure that whatever you're doing, sometimes make sure you're facing south. Okay. What it's used for? Fire's got a lot of energy. So if you think of fire, you're looking at it burns, right? Whatever it touches, it'll burn. It's passionate, right? We're looking at more like it's healing. It's got courage and strength. So if you think of somebody and then you watch them and maybe they have fire burning within them, what do you automatically think? If someone says, I'm feeling fire within me, you think they're mad, or do you think they're just, really on a mission, that they're aggressive? Think of those kind of things, because fire can drive you, right? If you're on a mission, sometimes you need to have that fire within you. Our flame sometimes, right, can be dimmed. And so when that happens, when we're dimmed, that means that we lack motivation. We don't even have any more passion to do the things we used to do. We don't even care about our daily routine. We stop caring about ourselves. When that happens, that usually means that the fire within us is gone or almost gone. Okay, so those are signs that the fire is trying to talk to us and say, hey, something needs to be done because something doesn't feel right, something's off. Okay. Fire can be used a lot of times for self-knowledge. If you look at the flame of a candle, you really look at it and you ask the flame, show me who is harming me, show me who is throwing me bad vibes, show me what I need to do. You stare at the flame long enough, you'll see a picture of either the person that is sending you bad juju, bad harm, or your own direction of where you should go. Okay. It's all to do with sexuality, divinity as well, heat, flame, and light. So when we say light the way, you can light a candle and you ask the candle, light the way, show me how, show me the way, right? If you're confused about where to go or what to do, that's the best way to utilize this, which is why we always need to have candles around us in some way or the other, because if we need to have a question, we ask the flame, right? What can I do? What should I do? That makes sense? Yeah. Okay, so the best time to do fire magic or spells is noon. Doesn't mean that if you do it at night, it's not going to work. Okay, it just means that that's the brightest, because the sun is fire. Okay, the sun is fire. So the best time of season for a lot of our fire signs is the summer. Okay, like our Aries, Sagittarius as well, and Leos. Summer is a really good season for all you guys, because the sun fuels you, it gives you energy, right? So if you have any placements of those signs, you'll notice, especially if you have a moon that is a fire sign, you'll get energy. You'll have more excitement, more drive. You'll notice that you'll have more energy to accomplish things. So a lot of you fire signs probably do well during the summer. You get things done. You feel good about yourself. You feel accomplished. You might even feel sexier. You feel like you got game. It's just a beautiful thing. So you're able to attract. So anytime summer comes, get ready to start attracting the things that you want. You can manifest it, right? You can do that because you have a different glow to you. If you see your pictures from winter and then see your pictures in the summer, be like, wow, you'll notice the difference quickly, right? Just try that. Now, the tools that represent fire are candles, lamps, sword, daggers, a knife, burnt herbs. So if you have an altar, you can put those things, and those represent the fire element. Okay. Even in tarot, swords, it's fire. That's what it stands for. Speaking your truth, the fire within you, right? Which is awesome, actually, to use fire. So a lot of times, if you have the fire sign within you, you can use fire to your benefit. You really can. You'd be quite surprised, especially when you're mad. In emotion, when you're mad, to first start magic, what I've learned is anger. Anger can fuel it's easier for us to think of a time we were angry versus a time we were very driven or a time we were very passionate. You know what I mean? Like if we think, if I tell somebody, there's a time when you're, think of a time when you're angry. We could all think of a time when we're angry, right? But if I say, think of a time when you were passionate, when you were extremely happy, it might take you a little bit longer, you know, to really kind of like think about that. You're like, oh, when's the last time I was really happy? And also to hold on to that emotion long enough to do your spell. Versus if you were angry, you remember that anger fast, and you can hold on to that anger a lot longer, right? And you can do your spell. So anytime you do your spell, it's feeling the energy within you. And I always say, if you're starting, start with the anger because it's going to feel it. And then eventually, once you start getting used to it and you understand that power within you, then you can switch it to like the happy or the passionate or driven within you. But anger feels it fast, you know. Now, virtues. The positive thing about fire is that it gives us the courage, right, to do things if we feel it right. It gives us more of like enthusiasm, the willpower. We have drive when we have fire, right? That flame within us. But the vice, which is the negative part of fire, is anger, jealousy. It's huge, and hatred. So when people have those type of emotions, that's fire is fueling them, but for the wrong reasons. You know, it's like you see sometimes people go like almost black out because they're so upset, they're so mad that they don't really even, they overlook how they're affecting anybody else around them, right? They overlook how they're affecting their partners or their children because they're so mad and they're so upset. Jealousy, it's almost like rage, right? And then after the fact it's done, you look back, you're like, what the hell just happened? You know, those are kind of those kind of emotions that we need to be very like cautious about because it could literally like take over if you're not careful. It could take over. And most of the crimes that happen are crimes of passion. Okay, when you're jealous, when there's hatred, right? People end up getting arrested for those things because you just completely black out. So think of those kind of things. You know how fire can be good, also fire can be bad as well. Questions?
No.
That makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
I'm pretty sure we could all think of a time when we're pissed off, right? We're like, damn it to hell, you know. And then you notice how your body also has tension, right? When you get mad, either like the back, you get tensed up, you know, you get shaky, people get really shaky, or when they're talking, a lot of times their voice or tone starts kind of cracking because they're just so mad. You know, some people start crying because they're just so upset that they cry, you know, because they don't know how to feel that, you know, fire energy within them. So it's always good to kind of say, okay, what's wrong with me? Like, why did I get triggered? Why am I jealous? Why am I mad? Like, what happened? Because if we don't control it or we don't become aware of it, then it affects our body internally. Also, you have a huge impact on somebody else. As an empath, when you're mad, someone can see it, and then you can change the room, and all of a sudden, everybody in that room is pissed off. All of a sudden, like, what happened? Well, because you came in with that rage, that jealousy, you know, that anger, and you shifted the room. You know, so it's very careful when you do that. Crystals. The best crystals to use on fire is like if you guys have ever seen I think fire opal. That's beautiful. Fire opal is actually made under fire. So it's like the volcano. Okay, you know how volcanoes happen, that the magma and all that. Under that, fire opals are made. They're burned so hot that they're created. So which is why it's really good, you know, crystal to use for fire. Rubies, garnets, same thing. And I always got a lot of those. Bloodstones, tiger's eye, the one, and agate. They're all good fire element stones if you want to use fire, you know, crystals just to do any kind of spell work, or even like maybe for yourself if you need maybe some passion in your life or you need some motivation. Those are really good crystals to use to help you, you know, get those intentions going, get that attract that passion, attract something new in your life, which is awesome to do. Metals, gold and brass are really good type of metal. So wearing that jewelry, you know, a lot of times will help you if you have brass jewelry, you know, even like gold with like some of those crystals will help that passion within you too. It's a really good thing to use. Think of it as the plants are red peppers, anything spicy, red, orange, you know, colors, garlic, cinnamon, basil. Those are really good things. And you can actually burn basil. If you burn basil, it has a little crackling sound, but it's like it'll help you. People use it for money, as well. Like they want to attract money, they'll crack basil. They'll burn it, and that's a really good one for money. I think what else? Okay, questions. That's just a general of the fire element. Okay, you can do so much more with fire, but mainly is I want you guys to realize like how powerful the flame of fire, and it doesn't matter how little your candle is or how big your candle is. Okay, it doesn't matter. It's you yourself can set the intention. So we're gonna do this right now. We're just gonna go ahead and just like grab your candle, right, and then get your lighter. Okay, and we're just gonna light it. Okay, so a tall, long flame. It represents truth. It represents that you are doing what you want it to do. Okay. So the longer the flame, the taller the flame is doing the work that you want it to do. And it's happy. It's a positive sign for you. Okay. If it's dancing around, there may be some like energies around that is trying to stop it. So we do spell work and you look at it, like just looking at it. If you look at it and you think of something positive, you can make it dance by itself. Just look at it and you're just gonna focus and you just say dance like in your head. It'll dance. You can really focus on it and you just tell it to dance. In your head, focus it and just say dance. And it's like that stir and try to bring in, like if it doesn't dance, bring in some of that anger within you and just fuel it. I see it moving, dancing. There we go. Yes. There you go. See? And that's what it is. Like, it'll take time, but don't be so hard on yourself. Like, it's just directing your energy. So a lot of times, like, if you get so mad, sometimes you have a rough day, light your candle. Focus and direct your energy to the candle and practice. Direct that anger to the flame and let it dance. That's a great way to kind of like diffuse yourself, I should say, when you're upset. Just light a candle. It's okay. Now let's practice and utilize it. And then it's like you're so concentrated, right, on making that flame dance that it'll just diffuse you. And you'll be like, oh, well, here you go. And you'll feel better. The flame will take it from you, which is what it's meant to do, take it from you. And the more that you practice with the flame, the more you will connect with the flame, with fire, which is we want you all to be able to connect with the fire, with that element of fire, because it not only will it diffuse you, you'll learn how to direct your own energy, so you're not throwing it out where it doesn't belong. The flame will take it from you. It'll also bring you peace as well. So when something that does not bring you peace and you want to just burn it away, whatever it may be, you get a piece of paper and you put whatever situation is causing you anger, jealousy, hatred. You put that situation on there. It may be even a person. Put that person's, name on there and you burn it. You say, please burn, this emotion I have for this person. Burn it away from me. And it will. It will connect it. It will disconnect that from you. So you won't feel that anger towards that person anymore. You'll just let that situation go away.
It's like it knows. Then my candle, it knows.
It does. Like, look at like mine now. It's got a very long flame. And so that's what it does. When you're in your power of truth, where you're meant, where you're supposed to be, the flame will get longer. And just the more power that you have with it and you direct it, that that you've connected with flame, is when your flame becomes long. And it will. The more you connect with it, the more you connect with it each time, it's going to feel that way. Okay. I love it. And it's a beautiful way. So like I said, for today, focusing on the flame, practice that as well, right? Direct your energy towards that flame, make it dance. Once it's dancing, make it stop, right? You can focus and tell it to stop. And it will. And then practicing it when it's windy outside, look at it. And the flame is going to keep moving because it's windy, but you're going to focus on it. You're going to tell it to be straight, stand tall, and it will. And then, like I said, to burn something away from you that's not doing you well, that's not doing well for you. You put the person's name on paper, the situation, and you burn it. And that's like you're just getting rid of it. You're just burning it away because you don't want it affecting your energy. You don't want it affecting yourself anymore. You want to be able to free yourself from, that jealousy, that anger, that hatred, right? That maybe a situation has caused you, or a person may have caused, you to, react that way. It's a good way to do it. And even the lighting the candle, the flame, lighting it itself brings peace as well. When you ask it, I ask you to please, protect me as I sleep, protect me as I, get on social media, protect me as I take this picture, and the flame will protect you. So it's also great for doing that as well. And that's why people light candles a lot of times for church too. They light candles because they want something to be taken away from them. They want to heal from something, right? They want to have blessings. And yeah, the white candle works, but you're actually talking to the fire element, the flame. The flame will burn burdens, obstacles out of your way if you ask it to. And just write down your obstacles and you just burn it away. And it feels good. You're like, wow, because you can feel it burning that away within you. Okay, cool. You can go ahead and just blow it out. There you go. And your smoke should also dance. It should always dance. So watch it dance. If it's dancing, then it's good. Then you have positive energy in your home. Okay. If it like the smoke is straight up, right? That means there's some either negative energy that's causing it. So you would need to stay. Yeah. Good way to also know what's going on here. You know, is it fine? Is it not?
Okay.
Okay. How does that feel?
Feels good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
I
like,
feel relieved.
yes, because it's like fire's not a bad thing. It's just
Yeah.
sometimes how we're maybe told, you know, or programmed, or we have an incident or something, and it's like, no, we just never knew how to use it or how to direct it, how to tell it what to do.
Yeah.
No. So I would say practice this week, you know, with those two, you know, like lighting the candle, focusing on the flame, right? And see if you can make it dance each day. And then if something's bothering you, burn it away. Burn it away. You know, have that paper burn, right? And then have like something like a fireproof vase or something, and just drop the ashes in there and just let it do that.
Mhm.
And then you dump it outside, you know, away from your house, and it's gone. Get back to earth. So two ways, you know, that you actually can, you know, practice with fire, but also be able to remove or just look at it just for a blessing and healing as well. So it's always good to have candles around you.
Mhm.
I like that. I like that. Cool. Okay, so because it's only you and I, like that was a quick class because all the content was done. Okay. Next week I think we're gonna go over fires again because there's more like spells and rituals that we're gonna do. But just have the candles, just have your candle ready and have paper with you next time, because we're gonna start doing some rituals, you know, where you start getting confident in what you're doing. But practice looking at the flame. Especially
Okay.
if you being in Aries, it's going to be very good to feel your like anger or any kind of thing. Just feel it away and just
Mhm.
like just let the flame take it from you. You don't need to carry it. Okay.
So,
Yep. Questions for me?
no.
Okay. Cool. So
No.
I will see you next time in class.
Okay. Have a good night.
You too. Bye.